The row over importation of genetically modified products continued to rage with the entry of the church into the debate. Church leaders called on the government to build national consensus before lifting ban on GMO. This as Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua told off Azimio Umoja One Kenya leader Raila Odinga after he referred to his boss, President William Ruto, as a puppet of the West for lifting the ban on importation of GMO foods. Chemutai Goin starts us off.
Religious leaders called for further research and public participation on the genetically modified food to ensure Kenyans make decisions based on knowledge.
When we speak about GMOs, it's a serious matter that deserves discussion, deep, sober engagement. We understand we may need for a momentary relief to go towards embracing the feeding of our people with food that may be in fact GMO. But that's not the solution. We need to address the deep-seated issues.
Cannot just give something like that without proper scientific research. The question which arises, who did the scientific research about GMO? Where was it done? Where was it public participation? What is it?
Muheria further castigated Trade Cabinet Secretary Moses Kuria over his sentiments on GMO and for trivializing death and the suffering of Kenyans.
Kenyans deserve respect and not spite, and in this matter they do deserve an apology. It is not good to joke with death or to gamble with the life of Kenyans as if it was Russian roulette.
Politicians also wading into the debate, with Pokot South MP David Koseng warning the government against importation of the 10 million bags.
If the motivation is to feed our people who have hunger, we have enough maize. Mop all the maize in the North Rift and give to our people in Kenya. The minister should not import even one single bag of maize between now and February, March next year. Is when we can now say the minister will have mopped all the maize from our farmers. Then now, if there is no sufficient maize, he can argue. And where is public participation?
Na kama tunaleta, tutahakikisha safety ya jamii aje. Kwa sababu ukiona ile inchi ambaye inatumika, wameweza kuhakikisha wamelabel vizuri, na wewe ukienda kutumia, unatumia ukijua. Lakini sisi kama inchi, tunaweza kufanya hivyo.
Koseng revealing that he will petition Parliament this week to address the maize farmers' concerns, saying they were fearing running into losses should the government open floodgates to allow cheap maize into the local market.
If we allow the minister to import 10 million bags, you know what's going to happen? Our price of our bag, of which we have cultivated and farmers have already incurred costs, will be less than 1,000. So where will these farmers sell the maize? GMO or no GMO, no importation. Buy our maize.
However, the second in command, who was in Garissa County for the launch of the drought response plan, took on Azimio leader Raila Odinga for questioning the motive behind the new administration's cabinet decision to lift the ban on genetically engineered food.
President William Ruto is nobody's puppet. I want to ask them to leave the president alone. The West is supporting us and we are happy. And that engagement with the West will continue. We'll engage the East and we'll engage anybody who means well for this country to protect our national interests and for the benefit of our people.
And with Odinga having urged the government to halt the importation of GMO maize until research and public participation is carried out, Rigathi again fired back at the Azimio leader.
The president needs no advice from that corner. At the time they were given an opportunity to advise the government, this country sunk into a ditch. They have no moral authority to advise on what we need to do to get out of the crisis we are in. If President William Ruto was to get advice from that corner, this country will be in further trouble.
Chemutai Goin, Citizen TV, Nairobi.